between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And the offensive starters for Tennessee.
One thing for us to keep in mind and remember, they're coming off of their open week last week. They got to sit home and relax a little bit before the final stretch of the season. They got the lucky draw because every team in the league wants to have that open week later in the year rather than early. They benefited.
And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. On first down, Tannehill. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
What we got?
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Ready. 8 deep. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
On first and 10, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jonnu Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Could not have scripted it any better, and many offenses do script their opening possession on offense. They followed that one perfectly. Took the ball right downfield and scored, giving energy not just to the offensive unit, but to their team overall.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He's got Smith here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He wants it all for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. On 1st down, it's Love. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
To try again after the sack. Luck, complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience.
Now a hit and Luck lost the football. It's out. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now Luck. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Here's Luck. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. James O'Shaughnessy, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And then tomorrow night on Monday night, more Birds with the Ravens involved in that one. Sadly not taking on the Cardinals or Falcons, though. Instead, they'll match up with the Rams in L.A. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's caught, Smith. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Here's Locke.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Tannehill now. Only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Over the middle here to Brown. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's brought in by Adam Humphries. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. Smith catches left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand-new ball game. Extra point put through by Succop, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
3rd and 2, Luck. Flushed out right. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move.
Come on,
he was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Nice.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Nice.
From the 36, Luck. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Take 4, take 4.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chase Daniel, his first touchdown.
I got Chase Daniel with Andrew Luck. I thought I had different quarterbacks going through. What the fuck?
He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run.
His facial almost looked like Andrew Luck. I was scared for
he
a
would
second.
break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive, I mean, remember we talked with the offensive line, and one of the guys, one of the stalwarts said, I don't even have to make a great block for him. If I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me, often that opens up enough space for him to go.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense.
I was just so confused.
Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Chase Daniels looked like Andrew Luck.
And he is
so
swallowed up
confused.
right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down carry for Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness. The ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
Derrick Henry.
Oh, boy.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they kick Derrick Henry all alone.
Oh, boy.
Touchdown, Titans.
Oh, boy.
Derrick Henry with
That's a big boy with ability that he
here.
could just chuck
As
my
they
whole
are
team.
an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down.
That was a big boy right
and then
there.
Some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter. So we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Derrick Henry made me look like a little kid.
tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards.
Dang, I can't even
just
run.
no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on second down. Luck. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Of course.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
That second down play nets a -4. 3rd and long, it's Luck. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marvin Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
He should have died.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Away.
And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out
you need your catching rating all the way up,
opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tannehill, and caught by Henry.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Derrick Henry has
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play.
Off my players like
beware, a ball may come your way.
To throw is Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns.
Let me get my traded halfback in the game. Let's try to get him a touchdown here real quick.
Prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets made. On second down, a run with Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. James O'Shaughnessy, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Oh, that's for them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
Hey. 4 down.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. And that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, wide open, complete.
What just happened?
Touchdown.
I want a refund. I want a refund.
Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are back within a single score.
I'm trying to refund.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point up and good by Succa. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. What a spin. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Now a first down throw. Locke escaping the pressure right. Looking depth, and this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 43 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And look at this.
Boy.
They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He dumps it off for Henry. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Thank goodness.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, Most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts. They want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 13. A minute 37 remaining. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard and it's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. It's caught. Humphries.
Offense.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. Got a man. It's Brown. It's a gain of 5, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run again with Breida. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Luck. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And some space here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end. I
love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire...
Alright, comes back next week. Alright. That's it for this episode.